Ashley Metzger is with the Desert Water Agency, joining us today with some new water use numbers. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I know that conservation and, of course, years of drought really has put water on the top of people's mind, but I guess there's been an effort to reduce the amount of water that we all use in general.
Yes. So the state of California has done some pretty interesting things over the years that have contributed. And then, of course, local conservation efforts are always a big, important piece of the puzzle. But on the statewide scale, we have new building codes and landscaping ordinances so that all of the new development and growth within our community is extremely efficient.
I'm reading here something about Desert Water Agency's service area is back at 1980 level.
Yes.
What's that mean? So
we are providing the same amount of water that we did in about 1981.
Okay.
So flash forward, 27 years, and we're providing the same amount even though the amount of accounts that we are serving has gone up by about 27%.
Yeah, there's a lot more people living in the desert.
A lot more people. So it's really interesting to look at the data. You see the trends and they correspond with different droughts, but the blue line that you see there is water consumption, and it was at our highest ever point back in 2007, right before the recession. And then the recession hit and you saw water use go down, and you saw the number of meters that were going in kind of stayed a little stagnant. The number of meters is that yellow line.
Okay.
And then it picked up a little bit after the economy started to recover, and then it took a dive again during the drought. And you see at the very end, we've got a little tail there, and water use is rebounding just a bit, and it's interesting because we're trying to, for planning purposes, project where we're going into the future so that we know how much water we need, how much water we need to incentivize people to conserve so that we have a ready supply.
Now, Governor Schwarzenegger, in 2009, he signed a new law requiring everybody to use less water.
Yes, yes. We call that 20 by 2020.
Okay.
So it's 2017.
We're almost there.
Yeah, and all of the local water agencies have hit that 20% mark, in large part thanks to the drought and all of the media and news that people heard every day. It was a great reminder for people to do things on their property.
So more people, more counts, but less water use. How is this being accomplished? Low flow toilets, things like that?
Yes, low flow toilets are a big one.
Okay.
More efficient washers and dryers, even fixtures that are going in, if you think about it, sinks, they're all more efficient than they were 20 years ago. So I actually crunched some numbers, and a house that goes in today, or even last year, the past few years, uses about a third of the water of a house built in the 60s, which is when Palm Springs was mainly built out. Yeah. So we have a lot of old homes out there that were very thirsty. They were put in with all grass, they were put in with old appliances, and now what's going in, they can hardly have any turf at all. They have to have a smart irrigation controller. They have to have low flow toilets. So it's really apples and oranges. So we get a lot of calls about growth and development, and that's not really what Desert Water Agency does. We just provide the water, and the county and the cities are the ones making the decisions about new growth.
Well, it's a whole new way of thinking about water and water use out here in the desert, and you see it with people's desert scape. So a whole new look, and I guess it's good for the environment too. So
yes, congrats to our community for making that investment.
Thanks for the